This is a Redbud Tales production.
Two truths. We got to do two truths and a lie.
Oh, two truths and a lie. Who's lying this time?
You said you were going to lie for the next. No,
Oh, that's true. I could lie again.
I mean, it was quite obvious who lied because it was
The
only
votes
you listed.
were dangerously in my favor. I'm just going to say.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything Carnival Cruising related. This week, we're talking about the solar rays, cruise entitlements, and the 2025 Cruise Hidden Gems. And now, introducing the captains of today's voyage, the Golden Boys, Thomas Kennedy, Trevor Shelby, and Gary Manning.
Oh my goodness. Second week in a row.
Wow.
He's nailing it. Bill's getting better and better.
Yeah. I think
Bill is actually Will Wheaton. I swear.
Well, Bill will. I mean,
Well, yeah, true. Yeah.
I know him as Bill. I mean,
Yeah.
we're like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Well, man, it's been another fantastic week. Welcome everybody to Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. And yeah, we're starting this show off with something we haven't done in 94 weeks. And that would be two truths and a lie. It's been that long, guys.
So we haven't done it?
We have not done it. So
I'm glad we're starting that back up again.
yeah, me too.
I don't know if I said that.
Man, it's
I'm
getting deep in here.
We do it every week, just like the last 122 shows. So yeah, 122. It just keeps going up. So I guess I'll start things off because I've done that for 122 weeks now. So just so y'all know that, well, I'm looking at booking a cruise, but it's not with Carnival. It's with the Margaritaville. So I'm looking at Margaritaville at sea, and I've looked at their luxury options, and I have decided that I'm going to treat myself this year. So yeah, I've got it.
I almost did that.
Yeah.
I've heard too much bad stuff about them that I would not touch them with a.
You mean bad like Michael Jackson's bad, right?
No.
Yes. Yeah. They're bad and they know it.
They know it.
No, I'm not into cruise line shaming. I will tell you, I had an experience with them, and because I was supposed to actually go on a cruise with them in September of 2022.
Yeah.
I had paid my deposit, paid a couple payments, and went to pay off my cruise, and they lost my booking.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yes.
Wow.
I had confirmation emails and everything. And it was kind of interesting.
My that is awful.
Yeah. And so they ended up, when my booking got lost, they gave my room to somebody else.
Yeah.
The cruise was booked by the time I was able to go, to do everything. The cruise ended up being fully booked because it was Labor Day weekend, which is our anniversary. So they told me, they said, well, we'll give you your cruise credit for what what you've paid. And if any time you come and cruise with us again, you'll have that money already in your system.
Wow.
Wow.
Been back. I kind of just,
I wouldn't trust it would even be there.
No.
Exactly. So,
man, that is nuts.
So I'm not telling you to stay away from Margaritaville at sea, but who knows?
Well,
Maybe
I've
you're
done-
just telling us that because it's two truths and a lie.
I've done booked it, and yeah,
Oh.
it's been booked. I've got my confirmation.
Tom,
Yeah.
I hope you tell the truth because I know I'm telling the truth.
So, Mr. Kennedy, take it away.
I am really looking forward to this weekend because I get my bonus this week, which means that I can actually start like paying for my internet package on the ship. I can pay for parking before I get there. Okay, and all sorts of stuff. So,
Very lucky the club.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. I'm going to make it. Well, I'd say I make it hail because I'm taking all coins, but
Is that for the slot machines? Is that you play that little quarter slot machine thing where you drop it in and it hits
Well,
all the quarters and make you
actually, I had on the celebration, I had taken my bag of change so I could do the coin pusher thing, but they didn't have one.
Yeah,
they didn't have the coin pusher on the celebration.
Yeah,
they did on the Mardi Gras.
I don't know if they'll have one on the Jubilee or not. So
yeah, I did see one on the Mardi Gras, so I don't know.
And that bag of change almost got me detained.
Really?
They saw it and they're like, "Oh, that's." I was like, "I can show you. It's a bag of change." I've been detained before. I don't want to be detained again, so I'm willing to just show you this. All right.
Was that okay? Was that the security at when we were getting on the celebration?
Yeah.
Okay. Same security. I'm going through, and they go through and they say he's got a knife, and they point at my bag, and I'm like, "There's no knife in my bag." The lady looks through my backpack, no knife. Okay, sends it back through the thing. They look at it and they go, "Knife." And they push it back. The lady looks at it and she's like, "There's no knife." And the guy was like, "Just send them through. If you can't find it, it's in there." And I was like, "There's no knife."
What?
I was like, "This is nuts." And that's an incredibly hard job. I actually took a test. I actually applied to work that kind of a job before, and identifying things in x-rays is incredibly difficult.
Wow,
That's crazy.
I mean, I've been detained before.
Yeah.
For a legitimate reason.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yep, that's been covered on the show before.
That's been covered. We don't have to talk about that, buddy.
Yeah.
We got to relive that experience.
I'm not saying that we don't have to talk about it. I'm just saying that we do know what it was about. It was that little solo 22 round that just so happened to be left in the bottom of a bag.
Yeah.
Well, 5 rounds, but close enough.
Oh, they're afraid he's gonna have that one bullet and just be like, I'm the captain now.
And you know what? The same. I'm hoping that because I just moved, I got to go through my backpacks to make sure there's no bullets in
Please
there.
do.
That's the reason why they were in there in the first place. Whenever I got detained.
I love how this is like story time.
But yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I'm going to pay for a lot of stuff on this cruise. So yeah,
good deal.
That's awesome. Well, I am sitting here right outside of Mobile, Alabama, and I am waiting to get on the cruise ship on Saturday. Yes, I just happen to be down here. I just happen to be down here working this week.
I'm pretty sure your cruise starts on Sunday.
Yeah.
Liar.
No, it doesn't.
Liar.
It starts on the 16th.
I'm just trying to throw.
So are you staying? Are the Barmores there yet? Hanging out, chilling? Yeah.
No, I've been texting them today. They're still over there in their wonderful town of West Monroe. But
wow,
like I say, I just happen to have work today and tomorrow. Yesterday I was in Gulfport, Mississippi, and then I had another appointment in Mobile, and then I've got 2 appointments here in Fairhope. But the 5.5-hour drive to Gulfport plus the 2-hour job that I did, then I just drove an hour and a half over here, and I was like, I don't feel like working anymore Plus, I wanted to be able to record tonight, so I went ahead and just took off. But yeah, so here I am. I'm ready to go because we've got all kinds of exciting things to talk about tonight.
We do. I just realized that my plan to throw suspicion on you is going to easily be overthrown by whenever you're on board the ship, bragging about being on board the ship, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh, Trevor was obviously lying."
I mean, mine's not anywhere near, verifiable.
Anyways, well, yeah, we definitely got to, though there is something that we've done over the last couple of weeks that we haven't done. And that was wish somebody a happy birthday, but we're not doing
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
It's
still got a couple weeks away, but it is my birthday month.
It's your birthday month. This is going to be one of our last chances before you leave on a cruise. So what we wanted to do was we wrote it off to Madison, and I'm sure she wrote you a really nice song. So I'm sure she did. Here's Madison's rendition here of her happy birthday song to you.
Oh, Barry, it's your day to cheer and to sing, for the laughter and wit to our lives you bring. With each year you're wiser, but we'll keep the fun. Madison's after your job, but today you've won. Oh, yeah. So here's a cheer from the crew with all our might. Happy birthday, Gary, keep our spirits light. With adventures ahead and tales yet to spin, here's to more laughs on this cruise we're in. So Gary, enjoy your day. We know you need a burrito or two, so you know what to do. Enjoy your cruise.
Oh man, that is awesome! Thank you, Madison and the Deckhands.
Yeah, and Madison, they throw that together for you, and that was although I think she threatened your job at some point in there, but
there was a coming after my job, but hey, that's that. Hey, listen, I'm waiting for that moment because I am prepared. You have a plan, the counter. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Gary, I just want to let you know that it was announced on John's page earlier today. I'm going to tell you this now, so you can't go back and confirm this. They're doing with the breakfast burritos what they did with the omelets, so you only have 3 choices. So, yeah.
We're not playing 2 truths and a lie anymore. You can. We've already got through that segment. You can stop that right now.
Oh my gosh. This is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
No, don't
can't verify this. Mr. Kennedy might be sending us into a panic.
I'm not in a panic,
Oh, it's really funny.
That was not that. No. Stop. I'm going to cry.
That's really funny. Oh,
he actually was going to cry. It looked like I was like
you just don't know. You start taking away my breakfast burrito. That's my port day special.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
We got 4 days of ports on this cruise.
Nice.
So, well, we have three stops and then the disembarkation port. But and I get one of those on that day too. So
very cool.
Oh, well, but anyway. Whew.
Well, I'm not even going to talk about last week's vote, by the way, because
last week's vote, I will bring that up. I think I have it already saved right here. Oh, shoot. Where did it go? Oh, there they are right there. Okay. Yeah. I scrolled up. I forgot. All right. So who lied last week on the Scooter Sagas episode from 3/20 or 3/9/24? I put 23. It was a typo. I can't go in and correct it after I make it. So, all right. So I will read to you the percentages. The first vote got 15%. The second vote got 9%. The third vote got 34%. The fourth vote got 9%. The fifth vote got 20%. The sixth vote, I think I can't even remember how many I've counted. The next one got 9% as well. And then the last one got 4%. So now, what was the common denominator against all of these choices? Well, let me read them to you. Trevor, Mr. Shelby, Megan Shelby's husband,
Not fair.
the host going to Alaska, the host without facial hair, the youngest host,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
and the lost scooter.
I don't know. I think it was the scooter, and we're just gonna go with
Well,
that.
I mean, well, you've said you're lost before, so I mean,
I
we're
have
just-
been lost. Well,
whichever way the cookie.
I'm a little suspicious that this vote was kind of rigged, actually.
Rigged.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know how.
we gave the people plenty of choices.
And there were a lot of write-ins too. I mean,
I mean,
uh,
yeah, I mean
yeah, that's true.
the original three votes were only Trevor, Mr. Shelby, and Megan Shelby's husband.
That's really funny. So all the votes were me. Of course I lied. I don't even remember what I said, but I lied about it.
You said that you had won the previous 2 weeks of Two
Oh
Truths and
yeah,
One.
that's true. That was actually true. That was the truth. They wasn't. I'm still lying. You guys almost fell for it. Anyways, or not.
He just won
Anyways.
again.
Moving on. Mr. Kennedy, there's a story out there that you had brought up.
yeah,
That was about the
Carnival. Yeah, Carnival and P&L or PLC. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
have just unveiled a new solar park for Amber Cove. It's going to produce about 80% of the power to run the cruise port,
Oh,
which is going to reduce emissions drastically in that area. I thought that there was how much they spent on it, but there's not. But it takes 25 acres of that cruise port. So I guess they bought more land around the port area.
the mayor already
Yes.
had it, just not used.
Yeah, but yeah,
We don't need
so-
water slides and putt golf and go-kart tracks. We need a solar port. We need solar panels.
Yeah. Hey, you could slide on the solar panels.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Talk about it being hot on your.
Probably would be, but well, that's cool. I think that Carnival does a lot when it comes to forward thinking in these areas.
They're the only cruise company that has edible straws. Everyone else still uses plastic, I think.
Yeah, they've got those digestion systems that are on the ships now
Yeah,
that basically reduce waste that from ending up in the ocean.
I
And,
think the Mardi Gras was the first to have LNG.
Yep. No, I was gonna bring that
fuel.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
LNG now. Both of all the new ships have LNG. So yep.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I like that. It's very representative of a company that I would like to support. So
Mhm.
there you go.
That's right.
Oh, that's cool.
I was just being, facetious whenever I said about the, putting in things that are fun. I mean, obviously,
Well, yeah.
I care about the environment as well. So I want to make sure.
Just fill it all with oil and just let it spill out. Yeah.
Well,
That was a joke, everyone. Ha ha. Just laugh. Yeah.
I laughed.
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
yeah, I'm all for, them expanding and doing these kind of things. I'm also for, them to build. I'm waiting because they need to build the diamond exclusive areas on these islands as well. All these ports need them, like a lounge with like maybe a masseuse or two that takes care of things. So it's hard being a exclusive diamond in person here. So Gary fell asleep.
Yeah, because you're regurgitating the same stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. It's one of those things of, I understand, you achieve this level and you should be happy and you should be very,
I am.
just excited that you have been able to reach it. But what is the reason and what is the purpose in letting everybody know that you have reached this pinnacle?
It's not that I have to let everybody know. It's just that it's more that I need to, steer them into their section. So that's a nice way of putting it. And so there's loyalty.
So you don't want to be with the riffraff.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great word. I love riffraff. So anyways, this is a great segue into our next thing we're going to talk about.
It was.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, because 2 days ago, Tony with Lalita Loca did this video of 10 ways that you are being judged on a cruise, and you could be silently judging people this way as well. So go watch that video. We're just gonna, we're not gonna go over the video. We're gonna kind of say what we're judging you on a cruise.
So definitely listen to that after our show and let us know how you judge people. And we might have some posts over on the Facebook page. So,
and I will say, with you saying that, I'll go first. Right? I try to be as transparent of a person as I possibly can. There's, most of the time I try to be honest 100%. And when we first came up with this idea, I was like, well, this is the stupidest thing because I don't judge people. I don't. I'm not a judger. I don't like to watch people. I could care less what people are doing on the ship. But then I was quickly reminded that I do judge people. I judge one specific type of people.
Who do you judge?
That would be the people who I have so called and given the name Snooty Stoots. Snooty Snoots.
Snooty Snoots.
Yes. I came up with a definition today for what is a snooty snoot. And I would like to read it. Let me find it. I have it right here somewhere. It's not very far off. Snooty snoots are a privileged club that which belong to and are said to be within the loyalty status of and Diamond VIFP members. Now, not all and Diamond VIFP members are snooty snoots, but all snooty snoots are and Diamond VIFP.
Now, I would argue there are a few pre-snooty snoots that are in the gold pool.
Oh, really?
I would say if you're including people that look down on other cards, Mr. Kennedy.
I only look down on blue cards because they have no idea what they're in for. They have no idea what they're in for, and I'm like, do I want to help them or not?
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's only one card. It's the beginner card. I don't look down on red cards or other gold cards.
I just want to put it this way: I treat everybody equal. That's all I'm saying.
But here's the problem with Trevor. With Tom's thing. We've had the discussion that like the majority of our listeners have never been on a cruise or they're about to go on their first cruise and be a blue card. And Tom's telling him, oh no.
That's great.
If you guys are blue cards or planning on going, this is only when I'm on the cruise. I'm not judging you right now. Just when we're
So
on the
don't
ship.
let the Carnival Cruising Podcastaways group cruise in 2025 be your first cruise.
We did kind of haze a blue card intern for a long time.
We did.
Oh,
But
I'm
you spoiled Reese though.
I will say I did. spoil him
He
for
had
sure.
the treatment.
Yeah, he walked away with prizes. He walked away with pellet benefits. It was nice. He enjoyed his time. So I will say,
Definitely.
Didn't you? He did.
Wow. See at the foosball table.
It's not quite time yet, Reese. Not quite
Sorry.
time.
Yeah, he's down there in the basement. Anyways, Kelly's good. But
Wow, that just turned way against me.
yeah, it did. Now I will say I do. I'm not judgy, but I looked upon this challenge as a challenge in my heart to look in and say, what is it that I judge other people on? And I really couldn't find anything. And then I thought of their kids, everybody's kids. Please. Oh my God, your kids, all of you, every one of you and your children, please watch them if you're not putting them in places to be watched. Oh my God.
Otherwise, foosball tables get destroyed.
They get destroyed. That could have been done by adults, though. That very well could have been adults. But I will say that was a crazy cruise with kids. I'm pretty sure there were kids that walked away as future parents on that cruise. So I'm just throwing that out there. I saw things, man. So
Wow.
yeah. Not great. Not great.
I just realized people can't hear facial expressions, so I probably should not be doing facial expressions for that podcast. Make sure you go over to Spotify and watch our show.
Yeah, definitely. You want to see these really great facial expressions that Gary puts on, and they're over the top, which is what I love. They're always like, "What?" There's no noise, but that's what I imagine in my head. Oh,
that's it.
Oh, I love it.
I don't want to interrupt, while you're talking.
Yeah.
I don't want to come over you. So I don't want to be like, "What?"
Yeah.
So I just go.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah,
seriously, yeah, no, that's the worst nightmare. You just think of terrible incidents, and then you're like, oh my God, well, that's happening. So
the only thing I really judge people on is the amount of food waste. Because there's sometimes that if I order 2 entrees at the main dining room, or I go up for seconds at the buffet, I make sure I eat a majority of it. But there are people who take 2 bites of whatever 3 entrees they get and leave the rest.
Yeah.
That's a lot of food waste. And I understand, main dining room buffet is all included, but that's, food costs are going up.
After your second entree now, you're paying, was it $5 or $10 for your next entree?
Yeah.
I think it's like $5. But yeah, I don't remember honestly, but I get that. Sometimes, and what's funny is you kind of think of past experiences sometimes. So you think of if I get steak and the lobster, then I could do a couple of lobster tails and then the steak also, and it's all going to be tiny, so I'll be good. And then they bring out this ridiculous size food, and you're just like, oh, there you go. I've done it. And so, I will say I've never had a hard time with my wait staff just going, hey, can you get me one more entree? Can you give me one more? And they'll go get it for you.
Yeah.
So.
But and this goes to why I also judge blue cards, because the majority of them are waving their blue cards to get drinks of who I see wasting food. So,
Well, they got to run that card.
I mean, I also see people waving that card, that have a different color that's not gold or red, trying to get drinks as well.
Wave that thing everywhere I go.
So before we move on to our next topic, I do want to cover, I just realized there is one other type of person or group of people or whatever the case may be that I do judge on a Carnival cruise line. And that person or that group of people, we'll say, are the people who have a very poor taste in breakfast items.
I don't have a very poor. My breakfast items are delicious.
We're talking about the fried chicken, right? Because
we're talking about the fried chicken.
That is why. And I know one of y'all in the group, I don't remember who it was, that was like, I love the fried chicken. I don't know. You almost got kicked out of the group. don't bring that to the Carnival Cruising Podcastaways Facebook group, okay? So
and I will say, Madison with her cruise break. If you haven't listened to that, head over to Spotify, give that a listen, or it's on YouTube as well. But I love her jokes, and some of her jokes went over the line. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I do have a loose interpretation of early morning, but that's only for me. Okay, you don't have to worry about you. That's me. Early morning, 11 o'clock is still early in the morning.
Trevor's early morning is 2 a.m.
I know.
Yeah. So, but when I do I did enjoy where she talked about how our banter between which is better, breakfast burrito or 12-hour French toast, and everybody knows that the correct answer is always going to be
12-hour French toast,
ice cream.
Oh yeah, she did say ice cream. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was like, "Oh, you got me, Madison. You got me." I was waiting.
She did say ice cream. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
I was waiting for her to commit, and she says ice cream, and I was like, "Oh." And I could say ice cream would be a good breakfast item for some people. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Well, have you ever had a cinnamon roll, like a Cinnabon with ice cream on it?
No, not ice cream. I've had a Cinnabon, but not ice cream.
You see that? Okay, this right here, this right here. Trevor not liking ice cream. I've never understood that.
You've never understood it, but I've told you several times. Okay, I don't know if I've ever told it on the podcast.
No, you haven't.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, that's the reason why you haven't gotten any backlash for it. Hold
on. Here we go.
Oh my God, it's a roll.
Oh God!
All right. Breaking news.
It's not as like great as like the mermaid story or anything like that. And if you guys haven't heard the mermaid story, go back and listen to that. That was one of our early on like teaser things that we led up to, which was great from the first season. But I don't like ice cream because my grandmother made homemade ice cream my entire life. She probably did it her entire life too, but it was during my entire life I had to deal with it. And her homemade ice cream, everyone loved it. I had it. It was awful. It's awful. And there are people in my family that are like, they're like, I got grandma's recipe for ice cream. I'm like, can I see it? I've got a lighter. Can I burn it? Because we don't need that escaping into the world. Grandma did not make good ice cream. It was awful. And so to me, when I was little,
grandma who doesn't make good ice cream,
she made horrible ice cream. It was so awful. And it was, and I will specify, it's vanilla ice cream that I hate.
Yes, that's the way that you make homemade ice cream.
That is the worst ever. I hate vanilla ice cream. Every time I eat vanilla ice cream, I spit it out. The only ice cream I can really have, we have a local place here called, and I can have chocolate. I can have chocolate ice cream from. That's about it. And I don't go out.
Cream from Brahms is my go-to right there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But yeah, no. You guys would probably agree if you had my grandma's ice cream. I'm just gonna put it out there that I think everybody in my family has horrible taste in ice cream.
I personally love everything my grandmother makes.
No.
I remember my grandmother making ice cream a few times in my childhood, and it was just like the best thing I ever had. Now it might have been horrible. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it was my grandma made it. I called her Nanny, and when she made ice cream, that was the big, like whoop-de-doo type stuff. I mean, it was one of those things.
Yeah, y'all live the privileged life. I had a grandma that just didn't know what she was doing. So
Is this the grandma who taught you how to make fried chicken?
no,
Is it?
no, but no, that was it was something else, man. She was very proud of that ice cream, and then my family became very proud of that ice cream, and I shunned them all for it. So
Well, I think I'm gonna have to reach out to your sister, even though I don't know her, just to get her opinion on this thing.
yeah,
So tell her she will be getting like a comment from me on one of her pictures whenever she shares you, to where I'm able to see her and you see it, whatever.
One of the many times I made my uncle mad, which
one of the many times.
One of the many times. It's not hard sometimes. So we had this family get together, and he was started off a conversation with me with I made grandma's ice cream. It's in the kitchen, and I'd be like, well, it sounds like I'm staying out here in the garage. And he was like, don't like ice cream. I was like, don't like grandma's ice cream, okay?
Wow. Okay.
Anyway,
So grandma's ice cream. So the reason you don't like ice cream, then we'll clarify. We'll recap all of this, is
Burned
because
into my
grandma's ice cream was so bad that it scarred you for life.
Scarred me for life.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys for letting me get that off my chest. So now I'm gonna clip this, post it on Facebook.
See, that the whole reason why I don't understand is because it's grandma's ice cream.
Exactly.
I've known Trevor for 20 some odd years. He's explained this to me like many, many times over the years, and I still don't get it, because grandma's recipes are always good.
Yeah. Not my
It seems that way. Now, let me also say this. So now I've been in talks with last couple of days, because we mentioned it last week, about our new endeavor with our t-shirt friend.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to reach out to him, and the t-shirt's probably going to have like a bowl of ice cream or something, like a homemade churn. And it's going to be like, not all grandmas make good ice cream.
Like, not all ice cream is created equal.
Well, I'll run mine. We'll figure out
my grandma's ice cream is better than yours. That's really funny. Right. And then you have to make me the special one-off t-shirt that says your grandma's ice cream is better than mine.
Better than mine. My ice cream does not bring the boys to the yard.
No, it does not.
Oh.
My milkshake is not
too funny.
boys to the yard.
So we tasked ourselves.
Hold on, I can't stop laughing. I just am sitting there thinking, oh gosh, that's horrible, man. But I'm sitting there thinking that your grandmother's headstone could be my milkshake. Did not. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I just.
Oh.
Anyways, all right. Let me wipe my tears out of my eyes. Oh, my brain just went down so many rabbit trails, rabbit holes, whatever you want to call them with that. All right.
Oh,
okay.
Too funny. Okay, so we tasked ourselves this week to bring you guys. This is really for the listeners. This wasn't for me secretly. This is I wanted us to go through and each of us pick out what we believe is the best Carnival cruise for 2025. So next year, what is the most unique, interesting, fun itinerary that we could find? And I think we all came up with two just in case. Somebody picks somebody else's. And I will say, this is going to be the base price. We're not pricing out, the taxes, port fees, and
Oh, I did that.
All that stuff.
I
Oh,
went that far. I
You
went that far. Yeah.
oh,
But I mean, I can read it before that or whatever.
okay. Yeah. So we might have some of that in there. So, but the main thing was we're just kind of given an idea, and you guys can kind of go from there if it's something that you're interested in. But
Well, 'cause I always figured. I mean, this is what I was going to preface mine with was this is the most you should pay, because if you if you go ahead and get with Amanda over at Have Luggage Will Travel,
mhm,
probably she'll be able to get you a better price than what
Yeah.
I'm quoting on the. That's what
Right.
I was thinking.
and I will say that we removed our VIFP deals off
Mhm.
of this,
Mhm.
so there's no special anything. These are deals that anyone can get. So I'm looking at you, angry comment guy that says we say things that aren't relevant. So, oh, by the way, that Southwest deal ends this Saturday. So just so you know, $49
Better want to quit.
on that. Apparently, it was irrelevant last episode. It's still going. But so who wants to go first?
I can go first if
Okay.
no one else.
Okay. All right.
So the first one I'm going to do is a short cruise, but it is a very interesting itinerary.
Okay.
It's a 4-day cruise out of Miami, 17th to the 21st of November, to Half Moon Cay and Celebration Key. So 2 private islands, and or actually 2 private resorts, I guess, because
Yeah.
Celebration Key isn't an island; it's on an island, though.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So the interior on that cruise is running $219. Ocean view is $289. This is per person. A balcony is $409, and a suite is $689, and it's on the Conquest.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's very nice.
I just thought it was interesting because it was 2 privates instead of
So I mean, $1,500 roughly with port fees and taxes, and that's that would be for a suite for a 4-day cruise.
Exactly.
Hey, if you want the sweet life,
There you go.
your name might not be name might not be Zach, or it may not be Cody, but you can have the sweet life.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Well,
Hey, that was a show that my kids watched all the time growing up.
I don't have a
So-
clue what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about because I watched it with Trent and Addie, but
I don't know. All right. Well, that's interesting.
the sweet life on deck, and
Well,
Yep.
that's actually pretty decent for a 4-day cruise. I mean, that's tempting.
That's The only thing is you got to get to Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
4 days.
I know how I will do it.
That's my only with the Miami has some fantastic short cruises, but that's the problem. They're short cruises and they're out of Miami.
Yeah.
So for me, it's an 11-hour-ish, 10-hour to 11-hour drive to get to Miami,
Yeah.
depending on traffic on the turnpike. But and it's not as bad. But for guys like for y'all, or for Josh and Amanda, or for for Eddie,
Dude, I'll
and
be
Laura,
flying anytime I go to Miami this time. No.
I mean, Eddie and Laura, with Huddle's Adventures. I mean, they're in Detroit, Michigan, so they're definitely not going to drive or fly all the way to Miami for a 4-day. Now, maybe for a side-by-side or a back-to-back, but
Yeah, I can see that. Even a back-to-back, man, if you had a similar price, that would be
that wouldn't be bad.
Great.
Yeah, it'd break out to about the right price for what you need. Yep.
Yeah.
so. All
Okay.
right.
Well, you want me to go next?
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I almost said congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I get to go
Thank
first.
you. I knew I could do it.
All right. So I have found, because I'm looking for those longer cruises. The last 4 cruises I've done now have been 7 and 8 day cruises. And so I was like, okay, let me even point out there a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And so I found a cruise out of Galveston. That is the official Carnival Cruising Podcastaways home port.
Mhm.
And this is on the Carnival Dream. The itinerary leaves, I should say, on October the 18th.
Wow.
Comes back on November
You're
the
kidding
1st.
me.
Are you serious?
You're kidding me. I'll have to go to my alternate now.
You're kidding.
Oh man.
No, you're kidding. For real?
No, for real.
Oh my gosh. Well, cover it up then. I'll go to my alternate.
No. You go. I got one. I got a good one.
Okay, because I want to do my second one as well. Because I love my second.
I want to do my second one too.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're gonna
let's
do
go.
another go around.
Okay, so this one is gonna be in Galveston. It's got a fun day at sea. Then it ends up in Key West. Then it has a fun day at sea, and then it ends up in Grand Turk.
Nice.
Next day you're in San Juan. The following day you're in St. Thomas. Then you're going to St. Kitts. Then to St. Martin. Then to St. Croix. Then you're going to have a fun day at sea. And then you're going to end up in Ocho Rios with a fun day at sea for 2 days. And then back to Galveston. Absolutely incredible. I mean, out of all of those, the only ones that I've been to were Grand Turk and Ocho Rios. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ports that I have not been to that's on that ship. Plus, it's a ship that I haven't been on. So there you have it. Cost, tag, title, out the door for this cruise for 2 people. Why isn't it opening? There we go. Like I said, tag, title, out the door, $37.99.30 for 2 people, and that is interior. I went cheaper on this one. Now, it does seem expensive. It's $3,800. However, this is a 14-day cruise.
Yeah.
For 2 people. So when you break that down, I mean, you're talking $184-ish a day, a little bit more for the 2 people. So, I mean, to me, well worth it.
For 2 people, we might have spent more on the Alaskan cruise. So I definitely get it. So I think the price is pretty spot on for the amount of days.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's quite the itinerary.
Super. I mean, I was like, I told I said it to Teresa. I've already found it for 2026 as well. Because our 2025 long cruises is already pretty much booked.
Yeah.
So they do have this itinerary available from end of January into the 1st of February for 2026. And if everything goes right and she's not teaching anymore, we're actually considering booking that cruise for then.
Very
for 2026.
Cool. Nice.
Very, very cool. That's kind of like a bucket list hitting just all the key spots there.
Yeah. All of the saints. Yeah.
So I've gone a little different. So a lot of people would probably expect a Panama Canal cruise out of me.
I won't lie, you steered me away from it because I figured you were going to go PC.
Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't choose it.
Yeah. So a lot of people probably thought I'd go that way. But let's say that Mr. Shelby would like to go on a vacation that happens to port out of New York City. And
New York City!
I hear they have good salsa there. So with this cruise is going to be the Carnival Venezia. And I've been crazy Italian style lately. So 9 days. 9 days. It's because the blue iguana situation on that ship is not great. So this is a 9-day cruise. I chose something a little longer than a week because I am gunning for that, that diamond card. So I need those extra days. So this one going out of New York is October 30th. So guess what?
Halloween cruise.
Yep. And it goes to November 8th. And so this starts off, day 1, leaving New York, fun day at sea. Then you hit St. Thomas, San Juan.
Okay.
Next day, Grand Turk. The next day is a fun day at sea. And then you're back in good old NYC. So nice places I've never been to.
Yep. I'm feeling that. I like that. Yeah.
And guess what? Interior room for this 9-day cruise is going to run you $549 before you hit your port fees.
That's $549 per person.
$549 per person. That is a good price, and that is a base price.
That's wow. Yeah, I mean, because you had 3 ports.
Yeah, 3 very good ports, and you're on
you're 1,500-1,600 around in that area as well. Maybe I live right at 17, but yeah.
So yeah, that not. I don't think that would be bad at all. I don't know if I click on this if it'll actually give me the ocean view is $799, balcony is $949, and the suite is $2,039. So not bad though when you're really considering how many days you're getting.
Yeah. All right. Well, why don't you go ahead? We're gonna go over the second round. So why don't you start off for the second round?
Ooh, I'll start us off then with my 10-day cruise.
Oh, you made 3?
Yeah.
I tried to you. Oh, you got me. Okay.
Out of Galveston, Texas. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
It's a Panama Canal.
you would think that, but it's not actually. This one is the Carnival Legend. It's a ship I've never been on, so this is one reason I chose this one.
There you go. Yeah.
And the stops here are going to be a first day. Oh, this is over November 10th to November 20th. So still an end of the year cruise. So starting off in Galveston, Texas, you leave there, got a fun day at sea the next day. The next day you have Celebration Key, which I have not experienced, and I hope to this year maybe. And then one of my favorite stops is included on this. This is a guilty pleasure of mine. A lot of people don't like it, but it is what it is. Half Moon Cay. I really like Half Moon.
I've never been, so
there's something about it that I enjoy. I know a lot of people are just like, nope, but
I have never been to any of the private islands.
Well, I will say every time I've gone, I don't really remember coming back. I have a great time. I get a little sunburnt. I love lounging on the beach, and that is the only time you're going to find me in the water. I hardly ever get in the water, and I've done it every single time. Something about that place, I get out in the water. And the food is terrible. They have burgers and stuff that are cooked there and stuff. I have yet to leave the beach area. Every time I've gone, I've stayed in the beach. So anyway,
there's nothing else there but the beach.
That's all it is, really. Anyways, so the next day you're going to be in Grand Turk, and then for day 7 you're going to be in Amber Cove. These are all places I've never been. And then you end this cruise in the best way possible. A day 8 and a day 9 of fun day at sea, and then you're back in Galveston. So I love having 2 days to rest up before you're off your cruise. So yeah. That's an ideal cruise for me. This one runs for 10 days, $869 for an interior room. So
okay,
not bad.
I got you. Not bad at all. I'm checking something real quick. Tom, you want me to go? I'll go.
If you have yours up, go ahead. If not, I can go.
Well, I was looking for one other. Because I picked out something else too, but because this one that I picked out was just something that I was kind of worried that you guys might do, but since you didn't, now this one, I know in our, and I said I was trying to get stuff that was affordable and that kind of thing. Well, this one is only going to be affordable for a certain person like myself that has a brother that's a pilot, and I get flights real cheap. So, but I wanted also, though, it's only a single flight because this is a transatlantic.
Ooh.
This is
There you
the after makeover edition for the Carnival Valor. It will be leaving Barcelona on Wednesday, June 11th. And then it'll be going a fun day at sea. Then it goes to Malaga, I believe is how it's pronounced. I don't know how to pronounce any of these names, but we're going to say Malaga. Then, and you're there from 8 to 6. And then you're going to go to Cadiz or Seville. Let's get Seville in parentheses from 8 to 5. Days 5 and 6 are a fun day at sea. Day 7, you get to go to the Azores. I haven't never been. I've heard fantastic things about them. I don't really know. Now, and so then you get to experience the true pirate life. You are at sea from days 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15.
Dang.
Before you end up back in New Orleans on day 16.
With scurvy.
I mean, I was like, wow, there's not a port somewhere in
They're not stopping in like Bimini or any of the Caribbean ports there?
No Nassau, no, I mean, celebration.
No Key West. I mean, you got to go around Key West just to get there.
There's all these options. And that's not it, man. They're like 8 to 15. We're going to leave you on that ship for
that is great.
8 days. Yeah. And so I thought to myself, I was like, okay, I've done an 8-day cruise with the ports and different stops. So how fun would that? That was nice. I like it.
How many days was that?
That is 15 days.
Oh man, that's
Wow.
How much?
So the price, once again, this is tax, tag, and title, was $3,500, $3,503.30. That is for a balcony.
That's for 2 people.
That's for 2 people.
Oh, that's not per person.
$1,750 a person. But like I said, that includes taxes, fees, port expenses, and gratuities. $3,503. So $1,750 a person. Once again, it stays in that $100 to $150 range of where I like to be at for a cruise. And like I said, but you do have to get to Spain.
Yeah.
But then for us, New Orleans is only a 7-hour drive. So we in the car, we drive, we get a rental car and drive home. Yeah. So that's my second option. And then I also have a third one can I throw that in there real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
This one is one that I found the other day that I really am considering. It is a 14-day Panama Canal from New Orleans. It's on the Carnival Liberty.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yep, exactly. You do. And New Orleans, Montego Bay, Aruba, Curacao, Cartagena, Cologne, Limon, New Orleans, November 30th through December 14th. Base price, because I just have the screenshot of the listings. Base price interior, $1,009 a person. Ocean view, $1,369 a person. Balcony, $2,109 a person. And a suite is $3,635 a person. But that's for 14 days. So,
yeah.
There you have it.
That's really tempting. I don't want to do another 14-day cruise next year. And but you've really thrown the pitch to maybe make me do one.
No, all right.
Only problem is it's on the Liberty. And that's what I was looking up. I'm not sure. My wife and I have had one. I'm sorry, Tom, but my wife and I have had one poor cruise that we've done on, and it was either I can't never remember. It was either the Liberty or the Freedom, because they both cruise out of Port Canaveral, and they both do simple 3 and 4 day cruises out of Port Canaveral. And I want to say it was the Freedom though.
What's wrong with that ship?
Well, that's for another episode. Maybe we can talk about. Maybe we can do a
Sounds like
cruising.
somebody's
a
got
cruising-
some entitlement issues around their
cruising
ship.
a cruising nightmare. Let's do a cruising nightmare episode, and we'll talk about that.
Maybe somebody's judgy about their cruise ships.
Man, I'm just telling you,
Doesn't like the little ones, doesn't like the big ones.
But nothing wrong with the little one. And the thing is like, anyway, it's all
not
gonna
the
get
size of the ship; it's the motion of the ocean. All right.
That's kind of true. Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right. So my last one is it's a 15-dayer. It's a Carnival Journeys cruise. I'm from San Francisco to Hawaii.
Saw
Ooh.
this.
So several days at sea. After you leave San Francisco, then you get to in Maui. The next stop is Honolulu, and that's on Oahu, of course. And then the other one, this next stop, I can't pronounce the name. I think is Nawaliwai, then Hilo on the island of Hawaii.
Okay.
And then, of course, the outside of the United States stop is Ensenada, and then you end in San Francisco.
Man. So
Hawaii
how
is
many
a
days
pretty
is that one?
15.
Yeah. So my sister is looking at one.
What's the price on it? What was the price?
The interior is $18.09 per person. Ocean view is $20.29. Balcony is $24.89, and a suite is $48.99.
I'm fairly certain this is the exact same cruise that my sister's booked. I don't think they're going on, but they booked it.
They booked it, but they're not going.
I think they've changed their mind. They
room. Yeah.
they bookings all the time. So, but they I'm 100% like this sounds very much like, because I remember the pitch was it's like the Alaskan cruise but a day longer. And I'm like, oh, well, that sounds like I don't want to do it. So I mean, I would love to, but man, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money on a cruise.
I mean, I would do it because I wouldn't have to pay for an excursion in Honolulu because my cousin lives there.
Yeah.
So they can be my tour guide.
There you go. Good deal.
Interesting.
But
Well, I can't get into my shipmate account on the computer because it's saved on my phone, and I don't have my phone right now, so I'll have to look it up later to see. But I'm pretty sure it was the Freedom, and not the Liberty.
all right. Well,
Liberty.
he's still back on his last one. So
I don't want to go on a ship that I've already been on. Remember, that was kind of part. That was one of the stipulations of my.
yeah.
Of course. Now, too, I will say, I did not. Venezia, and I did not check those at all. I am considering one on the Spirit. I have considered one on the Spirit just because the itinerary was just amazing, and I was like, okay, I'm about to go on the Spirit in 2 days. Well, actually, when this episode airs, I will be boarding the Spirit, listening to this episode. And so I'll know more about that, in the next week's episode. I'll be able to give you the lowdown from the Spirit. But if you guys will let me, I mean, if the internet is good.
We anytime one of us goes on the cruise, the next episode is dedicated to when they get back.
No, I'm talking about I'm going to be on the ship and helping out.
Oh, you're still going to be you're still going to record with us?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
That's what I plan on doing now at Alaska.
On the Spirit, I got to find out if the Spirit has. If the Spirit has Starlink, there's not going to be a problem to do it.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I say, so I will. But I did want to kind of see if I enjoyed the Spirit, and if I did, then I was like, okay, I might look into taking another nicer, cruise on the Spirit that has more of these ports that I haven't been to yet. Mine in the pot. Mine is the Galveston one to all of the Saints.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to say is, how about we're going to make a post in the Facebook group. What is your dream 2025 cruise? So You've listened to our ideas. If you're still looking for your 2025 cruise, there's going to be a whole bunch of really good ideas that's going to be in our Facebook group over at facebook.com. Just search for Carnival Cruising Podcastaways group and join it. There should be a little over a couple hundred people in there, like 200, I don't know, 50 something, 60 something. I don't remember where we're at. So join it, and yeah, you get some good ideas in there. So we'll throw some more, and the podcastaways will, the listeners will do it as well. So
It'll be exciting.
definitely go onto our Facebook page over at facebook.com. Search for Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. We got the page and the group. We also have a SpeakPipe page that nobody uses, and it's very sad because nobody uses it. But you can leave us a voicemail on there, and we will play it on the air. I won't even listen to it first. You could say poo poo doo doo, and I would play it, and it would play on here, and we'd all laugh because that's just silly. Gary's laughing now because I said it. Anyways, so other than that, I'm not going to go into the big spiel, but go over to Spotify. Did you know that thousands of people are impressed with us every day? And yeah, you could be impressed too. Go on over and watch our video. If you're listening to the audio version, you know, we got a video version of this podcast. It's just our faces, but that's great. We're all very attractive, young, fit individuals, and you could be staring at us. Also,
should I be doing this with my shirt off?
that was your cue, but you didn't do it again. So anyways, just know that you are unique, you are special, and you are loved.
And remember, anything that happens on the ship stays on YouTube. Bye.
I am so close. I can literally taste the breakfast burrito that is going to be in my wonderful, glorious hands in just 4 days.
Save the foosball tables. Bye-bye. See ya.
Adios.
Under the golden sun, there's a special kind of cruiser having exclusive fun. Private cars and diamond crowns, they're like a suit. They're riding high on privileged waves. It's the snooty snooze. Surfing with the snooty snooze. Oh, what a sight to see. Complaining about the dinner where that's not chic enough for me. Kids splashing in their private pool, they'll give them the boot. It's an entitled wave they ride, surfing with the snooty snoot. At the captain's table, they demand a fine sea. If the wine's not aged just right, oh, they'll turn up the heat. Don't you know who I am? Eternal flute, playing tunes of I'm a bucket. That's the snooty snoot. Surfing with the snooty snoots on a sea of sparkling gleam. They think their cabin should be gold and servants should sing every whimmer command, every nod salute. In the world of cruising, it's the snooty snoot. So we'll keep on cruising in our own style and let the snooty snoots surf alone.